Good afternoon. I'm sorry I'm running a little late today. Thanks for joining me for today's edition of Status Strength. If you have attended any of my classes in the past, you know that the whole purpose behind my program is that it's my belief that body work can lead us to mindfulness practice. It can bring us to a point where the mind silences, where the mind gets in touch with the body, and that can lead to other things. That might lead to a sitting practice. But either way, it's my belief that body work can help us become centered and can help us reduce our stress. So today I'm going to be leading you through some exercises a little more quickly than I normally do. And I want to start with a short introduction of what the foundation of each of our exercises today is going to be. The foundation is going to be this idea of grounding. Grounding, meaning that whatever's in touch with the ground is offering us the stability. We can move in whatever way we like. We can position our bodies in whatever way we like. But the strength to move, the strength to hold a position in the body comes from our ability to ground, to stabilize our bodies first, and then assume a movement. Let's start on the back today and think about this idea of grounding. Turn your attention to the upper corner of your left shoulder and make a little pencil point in your mind. Now, go down to your left hip. Where is the bottom left corner of your core? It might be, let's see, I'm feeling mine right about the bottom of my pelvic bone back here. Sort of what we call that iliac crest is that bone at the top of your pelvis. So my connection point goes a little bit below that. Now I'm going to turn to the right side of my hips and find that connection point on the right side. So my right lower outside corner. Find it in your mind and draw a line between the left outside corner and the right outside corner. And now turn your attention to your shoulders. Find the left outside corner of your left shoulder and the right outside corner on your right shoulder, and draw a line between those. Now connect the upper right and left corners with the lower right and left corners. And that is what we're grounding when we're lying in this position. Now, we could talk about the feet and the head as well, but in the interest of time, today we're just going to emphasize grounding the core. When we breathe, we fill the belly. That lower back wants to raise sometimes. When we exhale, we pull the belly toward the spine. Think about that. We pull the belly toward the spine, and what does it do? It grounds us. We fill the chest when we inhale, and when we exhale, we ground the upper portion of the body. So take a few breaths now and think about that. Inhale, notice that you're a little less grounded. Exhale, ground. Inhale, exhale, ground. Now inhale, turn your attention to the lower corners. Exhale, ground in the lower corners. Inhale, relax. Now ground in the upper corners. It might feel a little bit harder. Now see if you can ground in all four corners. So we inhale, the belly fills, ribs separate, the chest rises. We exhale, I'm going to start grounding at the top, and it just kind of grounding all the way down to the bottom. When I inhale, I'm going to stop grounding, and that starts at the bottom till I fill all the way up. Now I'm the least grounded that I can be. I'm going to exhale. Start grounding from the top to the bottom. Let's do 2 more of those. When we inhale, we relax slightly. When we exhale, we ground. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, ground. Now turn your attention to your feet and find the inside corners of your heels and the outside corners of your heels, and draw a line from the inside corner to the outside corner. Now find the outside corner of your little toe and draw a line straight across to your big toe. Now that's probably not going to hit the end of the big toe. Most people's little toes are shorter than the big toe, so it might hit midway through the big toe. So find out wherever it is, that's going to be the inner corner of your toes. So you have an outer corner of your toes on your little toe. You have an inner corner on your big toe. We already talked about corners of the heels. Now connect the corner of the little toe to the corner of the outside heel. Connect the corner of the big toe to the corner of the inside heel. Remind yourself of what your core feels like. As we inhale, push into your feet and push into the upper line of that core rectangle. And now we've changed what's grounded, right? The feet are grounded. The upper portion of the core is grounded. And if we bring the arms beneath the body, the arms too are grounded. We're going to hold this bridge posture, inhaling. As we exhale, ground the shoulders, push into the feet. Inhale, we get a little weaker. Exhale, ground. Inhale, exhale, ground. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, ground. On your next inhalation, we're just going to relax. So we drop down on the inhalation because we're relaxing. Next exercise we're going to do is a chest fly. I'm going to be having you bring your arms out to the sides and then pressing your elbows and palms toward each other. They don't necessarily have to touch, but we want to make sure that we're pressing them toward each other. So the arms are wide. Inhale, relax slightly. Exhale, ground the upper corners of your shoulders and bring your arms together. As you inhale, relax. As you exhale, bring the elbows and the palms toward each other. Press through that forearm. Exhale, press. 1 more time. Inhale, relax. Exhale, press. And inhale, relax. So let's go back to that bridge. Turn your attention to the feet and the core. On an inhalation, press into your feet. Tuck your tailbone toward the backs of your knees, because that will pull your back down and help you ground through your shoulders a little bit better. So when we inhale, we relax slightly, the belly and chest rise. When we exhale, focus on stabilizing the front to the back. Fill, pull the front to the back. Now, I don't have the ground beneath my back right now, so I'm making an imaginary rectangle with my back, and the best I can do is ground the front to my back, but I still can ground my feet, and I still can ground those upper corners in my shoulders. 1 more breath in. Exhale, pull the front to the back, press into the feet, press into the shoulders. As you inhale, gently relax to the floor. We'll go back to our chest flies. Ground through the shoulders. Now you can use the hips to help you here. Of course, that's going to help you. As you exhale, pull the forearms together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull the forearms together. Now you can make as much resistance as you like here, and this is where we can really get into some mindfulness. As you inhale, you have bricks that are taped to the forearms, and as you exhale, you're trying to resist those bricks. So push the bricks together. Exhale, hold the bricks. One more time. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. We're going to go ahead and come into another exercise here. I'm going to have you bring your hands behind you. We're going to come into upright table. Ardha Purvattanasana. This is an upright table pose, but what's going to be grounding in this posture? Well, hands and feet. That's it. So when I inhale, go ahead and establish my hands and feet. Exhale, press into my hands and feet and lift into that table pose. So inhale, loosen up, relax. Exhale, ground the hands and feet. Use that to help you press through that lower back and hips. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Exhale, push. Push into your feet. Notice how you can use strength in your calves. You can use strength in your hips. One more time, push into those hands and feet. As you exhale, come back down. We're going to alternate that with a rotator, a shoulder rotator exercise. So I'm going to have you sit with your elbows at your sides. The backs of the hands are going to be resting toward the floor. Now, they may not be on the, as a matter of fact, I'm going to change that. Go ahead and bring the upper arms to the floor, right along the sides of your body. Go back to connecting with the upper corners in your shoulders. And now see if you can ground your upper arms. So as we inhale, we're going to allow the arms to fall as far out as we can. You're probably not going to be able to touch the floor without popping your chest up. Now that wouldn't be good because now we don't have as much support, right? Now we're not grounded fully. So we're going to go back to pressing the core against the floor, grounding the core, grounding the feet, grounding the upper arms. Opening up the arms. As I exhale, I'm going to imagine those bricks. I'm pushing up on those bricks again. And I'm just going to bring it toward my belly. Now I have two walls preventing me from pushing my hands apart, so I got to push against the walls. Back to lifting the bricks. Exhale, lift all the way out. Inhale, relax. Exhale, push out. Exhale, lift. Bring it in, rest. Exhale, push the walls apart. Last time, inhale, exhale, bricks. Inhale, exhale, push. Let's come back up to our upright table pose. Ground your hands, ground your feet. Exhale, push into your hands and feet. Inhale, release. Exhale, push into your hands and feet. Feel the whole rectangle of your foot on the floor. Press into every single finger and the entire surface of your palm. One last time. Inhale, relax. Exhale, push. Inhale, relax to the floor. Bring the arms back to the sides. Arms will just come out as far as is appropriate for you. Again, we want to make sure that we're grounding the entire core, or as much of it as possible. And now as I inhale, I'm inhaling, the arms are pointing to the ceiling. As I exhale, I'm going to push the walls apart. Now I'm going to inhale and lift the bricks together. Push the walls apart. Inhale, exhale. Press the bricks. Inhale, exhale, push the walls apart. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale, push the walls. Inhale, I've got 20 tons of bricks on my forearm. What do I need to do? I really need to ground those shoulders and relax. From here, we're going to come onto the belly. So we're changing the body position. And we need to find out what we're going to ground here. Technically, the shoulders don't ground in a prone position. What grounds are the quadriceps, the thighs, the hips. What? Yeah, the hips ground. Now, most of us are so tight in our lower back that we can't do that, me included. So I'm going to just go right to my ribs and chest. And I'm just going to try to ground my thighs and my ribs and chest. So when I inhale, I'm relaxing. When I exhale, pressing into my thighs and my chest, and I'm pulling my navel away from the floor. Inhale, ground, exhale. And when I pull my navel up, notice how that forces me to ground the hips and the ribs, or the thighs and the ribs more firmly. So try this. Tuck your head, bring your chin toward your collarbones, and just tuck your forehead. Bring your arms nice and wide. Press into the upper portion of your body. That's what we're going to use to ground. We're not going to hunch the shoulders forward. So press in your chest and your ribs and your thighs, but you're going to have to work harder in your chest and ribs. Arms are wide. Inhale. As we exhale, lift the arms. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull the navel up. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift the arms. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Last time, exhale, lift. Inhale, release. From here, I'm going to have you squeeze your knees and ankles together. Now, you're going to have to ground the lower part of your body a little more firmly than the upper part. So I'm going to drop down, squeeze my knees and ankles together. Exhale, squeeze it back up. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, lift my navel, ground my thighs, and curl my feet away from the floor. Inhale, release. Exhale, curl. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And relax. We'll come back to that prone position. Arms nice and wide. Inhaling. As we exhale, pull the navel away from the floor. Ground the ribs and chest. Ground the thighs. And exhale, lift the arms. Inhale. Now, the wider you pull those arms apart, the more work you're going to get here. Last time, exhale, lift. Inhale, relax. One more time for those hamstrings. Flex the feet, ground through the thighs. On an inhalation, we relax. On an exhalation, press into the thighs and pull those feet away from the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the feet and lift through the navel. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One last time. Exhale. And inhale. From here, let's turn the toes under. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Now start this by pulling the navel away from the floor. And now let's come into our plank pose. We're just going to hold a plank pose. Inhale, belly fills. Exhale, pull the navel towards the spine. Now try this. Inhale, exhale, push your arms forward and your feet backwards, or your toes backwards. One more time, in. As we exhale, we'll come all the way down to the floor. From here, we'll come to a kneeling pose. So we're on all fours in table. This is where we typically do our cat-cow. I'm going to angle myself so that you can see the position a little bit better. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Each knee is underneath the hips. And my hips, or my knees, are lined up with my hands. So from here, I'm going to extend the right leg, extend the left arm. Now, what do I have to ground me? As I exhale, what do I push down to help me support my weight? I've got my hand, and I've got my whole shin and top of the foot. So press into that. As you exhale, push down. Inhale, relax. Exhale, push. So you might be thinking, oh, I got to focus on the movement. The movement's so easy. You don't need to worry about that. You can do that. Focus on grounding. Lifting. Exhale. Last time. Exhale, ground. Inhale, relax. From here, we're going to come into what I call a mini squat. And in this mini squat, you're going to be sitting back on your heels. Now again, this position is such that your shins and tops of your feet can press into the floor. We're going to exhale as we lift and push the shins and the feet into the floor. So take a deep breath, exhale, push the shins and feet to bring yourself to an upright position. Inhale, sit. Exhale, push. Pull the navel to the spine. Use your shins and your feet to stabilize and make this a little bit easier. Go ahead and bring your right hand toward your shoulder, and as you lift, push up with your right hand. Inhale, bring your arm back down. Exhale, push. So really press into that right knee and right shin, and that right hand. They're pressing in opposite directions. Inhale, exhale, push. Inhale, exhale, push. Now imagine you've got a plate of bricks on your hand. Exhale, push down and push up. Last time, inhale, exhale, push. And relax. From here, we'll come back to our balancing posture. This time we're going to extend the right arm and the left leg. But before we do anything, ground your left hand, ground your right shin. And now exhale and extend. Inhale, relax. Exhale, extend. Inhale, relax. Push that hand, that left hand, away from your right knee. Why are we doing that? Well, I'm forcing that hand to work a little harder, and I'm forcing the shin to work a little harder. And that's helping me stabilize even better. Exhale, extend. Inhale, relax, and sit back. Coming into those mini squats again, left arm. You've got a serving tray full of bricks. Inhale, exhale. Pushing up with the arm and down with the leg. Exhale. So pushing up with the arm, down with the leg, and pulling navel and chest toward the back, because that's going to stabilize us too. Last time here. Let's do one more set of those extensions on all fours. And we're just going to go right through both sides. So let's start again, extending left arm, right leg. Ground with the right hand and the left shin. So as we exhale, or I'm sorry, as we inhale, we come down. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Push the hand away from the knee to help you stabilize a little bit better. Last time here. Extend and relax. We're going to switch sides. Establish yourself on the ground. Shin and hand. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last time. Exhale and inhale. Sitting back on the knees. 2 serving trays with 2 sets of bricks. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Push up and down and pull back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now really use your shins. Use your shins. Do 4 more repetitions of that. Here's 4. And down. So make this as hard or as easy as you want to. And down. And 2. And down. Exhale up. Inhale. Coming back down. So from this position now, so we're in that kneeling position, we're going to move up to a standing position. And that's going to change things again. So when we're standing, we have even less contact with the ground. So this is going to make it even harder. And it's true. It's easier to sit, right? I've got the whole backs of my thighs on a chair. Sometimes I even have my back on the back of the chair. When I'm standing, the only thing I have is my feet. Now, you may have picked up on the fact that when we are standing, when our back is away from the floor, we use that back as the closest thing to grounding that we have. Really, it is. It's the best thing we can do, right? So we want to ground by pulling the front toward the back. But the first place we're going to ground is in those feet. So stand nice and tall. Trace the rectangle from the big toe of your right foot out to the pinky toe, the outer corner of the heel, inner corner of the heel, back to the big toe. And now we're going to go to the left foot, corner of the big toe, inner corner of the heel, outer corner of the heel, outer corner of the little toe, and back to the big toe. As you exhale, press into the rectangles. As you inhale, try to stand up tall. Exhale, press into the rectangles of your feet. And adding on, exhale. Remember those 4 points of your core? And maybe you even notice that if you ground your front to your back and you ground both feet, it's a little easier to stand, huh? We got a little more support here. What if I step forward with one foot and step backward with another foot? So I have my left foot forward, my right foot stepped back, and now I only have the front edge of my right foot. And I've got the whole surface of my left foot. And I'm going to inhale, drop down. Now as I exhale, really ground the toe and ground the foot. Inhale down, exhale. Inhale down, exhale. Pull the front to the back in that core. That's going to help you with the balance. The other thing that's going to help you with the balance is sinking into the whole surface of the rectangle on that left foot. Last time in. We're going to stay down here, so just exhale down. From here, we're going to extend that back leg. Inhale. As I exhale, I'm really going to push into my shin. I'm going to push my shin away. I'm going to push my foot away. So I inhale, relax. Exhale, push. Inhale, relax. Exhale, push. Ground as much of the shin, as much of the foot as you can. We change it up now. Inhale, exhale, pull them together. Exhale, pull them together. There's two. Last one. And on your next inhalation, we'll drag that foot forward. So you may have noticed when we push the feet apart, we're working the outer thighs. When we pull them together, we're working the inner thigh. Let's go back to that lunge on the opposite side. So we're on the right foot. Imagine that rectangle again in your right foot. Press into it. And you've got your toes to ground on that back foot. We inhale on the way down. Exhale, push. In. Inhale and exhale. One last time. Inhale and exhale. And inhale down to the floor. Extend the leg behind. Press the shin and the top of the foot into the floor. Press that right foot into the floor. Now, ground them firmly. And as we exhale, push them apart. Inhale. Push them apart. Exhale, push. Exhale, push. We'll do 4 more of those. Inhale, pull together. Exhale, pull together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull together. Inhale, relax. We have 2 more. 1 more. Pull together. Can you hold that? Can you hold the pull? Hold the pull. The longer you hold the pull, notice how much harder you're pressing into the floor. And relax. And from here, we'll step up, come back to a standing position. So what about a balancing posture? Let's come to the right foot. Ground the right foot. Inner edge of the foot, outer edge of the foot. Top line of the rectangle, bottom line. You can bring your opposite heel to rest on your ankle. You can bring that opposite foot to the calf, or you can bring it up to the thigh. As you exhale, ground your foot. Inhale, lengthen the body. Exhale, ground. And as you exhale, step down. And I want to point out all that wiggling that I was doing. That's due to a very, very tight calf and ankle. So that wiggling back and forth, that's indicative of weakness in the calf and the ankle. So I'm really trying to focus on pressing down. And really, that's the only way that I'm going to stabilize that. I've got to push with my thigh, with my calf, with my ankle. And right now I can't do it because it's tight. So come to the left foot now. And maybe turn your attention to that feeling of pressing into the foot. Now use your ankle to press a little harder into the back of your foot. And use your calf to press your ankle, to press the back of the foot. And use your thigh to press your calf, to press your ankle. And then take that opposite foot. You can rest it against, or you can bring it to the calf, or you can bring it up a little higher. The higher we bring the leg from the floor, the less balance we have. So you choose. I'm just going to go for it. And as you exhale, you're grounding down. As you inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, ground down. Last time, inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, ground down. And step side to side. So I still get nervous in front of the camera. And that's what it is. So thank you for being patient with my wobbly. But again, I think it's worthwhile to point it out, the fact that I don't look exactly like the picture. I would love to have looser calves and thighs, and they're getting there. They really are. But it'll take time. Let's come down to the floor and finish with final Shavasana. So we've taken 40 minutes now to coordinate body movements with breath. You might be thinking to yourself, okay, that's fine, I want to go now. And that's okay. You can if you have to. I would encourage you to just try out what it feels like to lie still and feel the blood moving through the body. If you did anything that caused you to become a little warmer, where do you feel that heat? Back of the neck, under the arms, between the legs, those areas that are a little more closed off. As blood circulates through the body, it's even carrying away that heat. It's carrying away waste products produced by the cells. That burning sensation in your legs, or that burning sensation that I get in my ankles that makes me wobbly when I try to balance. My ankles can't cope with that amount of waste. They just can't. They will. It'll take time though. That's why it starts to hurt though. And when you stop, it feels better. Why? Because the blood is flowing through there again. You relaxed. When you were contracting, things slowed down. You were holding tight. When you opened up, the blood came through and washed out the waste product, the lactic acid. As we lie on our backs, we're giving the body the maximal opportunity to heal itself, to cleanse itself. If your heart rate increased at all, that's because there was a signal to the brain and the brain signaled the heart. We need more blood flow. We need to clean out faster. So the heart starts beating a little harder to move things along. You're probably noticing you're getting cooler. The belly breathing may feel a lot more natural right now. That's because you're relaxed. Now give it 30 seconds here. Try not to move. Just breathe. Listen to whatever you can hear. My eyes don't work well enough to see if that was exactly 30 seconds, so I'm going to call it 30 seconds. You may find, if you've ever tried a silent sitting practice, that after a status strength or a status flex or a status hearing, it's much easier for you to sit still. I certainly understand that may be all the time you have, and so let's go ahead and take a long stretch and gently roll to one side and bring yourself back to an upright position. When we practice body work that way, it helps us pay more attention to what we're doing. We come into the now so much more than we do otherwise if we're trying to do everything as fast as we can. So strength work can be a roadway to increase mindfulness, to increase awareness, and to more present living. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I hope that you will join me again. Thank you so much. Namaste.